Let's take a look at the anatomy of the Twitter website. When you log into Twitter, it takes you to this home page, and there's quite a lot that you can do from here. Probably the most obvious thing is that you can read the tweets of people that you're following. So these are all users that I'm following, and it does post these in real time. So it's quite different from Facebook. It's not trying to anticipate what you want to read. It's giving you a real-time update of who's posting what. And that really goes to the nature of Twitter. Twitter is about what is happening right now. So it's particularly useful for media and news services that are looking to stay really up to date. Now, the other thing that I can do from this homepage, other than look at a whole bunch of tweets from other people, is I can actually post a tweet myself. And posting a tweet is fairly simple. I'll just write something in here. And you can see that beneath this little text box, I can also attach a photo. I can turn on a location if I wanted people to know where I'm posting from. And this tells me how many characters I have left, because every tweet is limited to 140 characters. And once I'm happy with what I've got there, I can just click tweet, and that will automatically be sent out to all of those that are following me. Now I'm just going to jump across to the actual Wisdom Learning profile, and this is going to look the same as everybody else's profile. It doesn't really matter if you're logged in as, if you're logged in at all, but I'm not going to see something different now than what I would if I was, logged in as myself or just a member of the public. So you can see that each profile has got this header area with again, a cover image in the background and then a profile image. You can put some basic information about who you are at the top. And underneath that is listed all of the tweets that are sent out from this profile. Now, if you want to actually find specific information, if you're looking for specific information on Twitter, there's two options. You can do a search up the top here. So I'll search, say, real estate, and that'll show me all the people who have got real estate in their name, as well as the posts that are going out at the moment where people are talking about real estate as well. Or you can use the Discover tab. The Discover tab kind of shows you a little bit more like a news feed on Facebook. It's showing you what's happening now, looking at what you're interested in, and then trying to tailor a news feed basically of, things that would be relevant to you. So it's not just a matter of sort of poking around in the dark. Twitter does give you a lot of guidance as to where to look on Twitter and what might be of interest to you on Twitter. The other part of Twitter is direct messaging, which also shows up in your notifications, and there is a direct messaging area up here as well. I'm not going to go into that in too much depth. What I would recommend is, if you're very unfamiliar with Twitter and this is completely new to you, have a look at some of the links below that go to a Twitter page, maybe one that's related to your industry. You don't need to log in. You can just have a little look at how a Twitter page works and get your hands a bit dirty. And that might just help with you kind of understanding the platform and being a little bit more comfortable with it. Let's take a look at the anatomy of the Twitter website. We're having a look at the home page at the moment, which includes our newsfeed on the right-hand side, which shows the tweets from people that we're following, or companies rather, that we're following as well. And this is a real-time newsfeed, so it's different to the Facebook one. It's not trying to guess what we're interested in. It's simply saying, these are the people that you're following, and here's what they've posted recently in order of the time posted. Now I can scroll down and see these, over a period of time. I'm not limited. I can go back for quite some time. On the right-hand side, or the left-hand side rather, I've got some basic information about who I'm logged in as, how many tweets we've sent out, how many followers we have, and I can actually compose a new tweet here as well. So to do that, you just simply type some text into the box. And underneath you can see I have the option to attach a photo. I can turn on location if I want people to know where I'm posting from. And it also tells me how many characters I have left, because you are limited to 140 characters for every message or tweet sent out. Once you're happy with what you've got here, you can simply click tweet, and that message will go out to all the people that are following you. Now, I'll just flick across to the Wisdom Learning profile, and regardless of whether you're logged in or not logged in, you pretty much see a very similar thing when you're looking at Twitter profiles, which is another difference from Facebook. So up the top here, you've got some general information about the profile that you're looking at. You can see the name as well as the handle with the @ symbol. And then in your profile, you can write some other information that sits there as well. Have a main image as well as a background image. And then below that, you can see all the tweets that have been sent out by that profile. Now, one of the kind of difficulties when you're first starting Twitter is how do you find content that's interesting to you? And there's a few ways that you can do that. Up the top is a search bar. So if you're interested in real estate, you can type that in and it will look for users that have real estate in their username, as well as people that are posting about real estate at the moment. So you can see real estate news has showed up here, and it says, why is a 99-year-old real estate agent still working every day? As well as a lot of other things here about real estate. Growth in the Asia Pacific investment is poised to slow this year. So this can be a great way to get really up-to-date information on your industry. Another thing that you can do is use the Discover tab up the top here. And this is a little bit more like Facebook because it actually tries to anticipate the kinds of things that you're interested in. It looks at the content that you generally look at and the people that you're following, and then it says, hey, here's some stuff that might be of interest to you, but it's not necessarily what you're currently following. So there's a whole range of ways to find content on Twitter, and of course, people are always posting things online with links to their Twitter profiles or referencing tweets that have been sent out as well. So that can be another good source of information. The interface itself for Twitter is quite simple, and I'd recommend probably, even if you're not logging into Twitter itself, have a look at a couple of people's Twitter pages just to get a feel for how Twitter works and what the tweets look like, and clicking on links inside them, etc., etc.